Tell us a little bit more about how it works.
Yeah, so really nowadays we are, so Peakon is an employee experience platform. What we do is we help companies really gather feedback more in a continuous way. And then we use really like intelligence to provide the insights so companies can take the right priorities, make a better employee engagement, and ultimately help employees grow and stay in the company.
So can you give us some examples about how the AI has improved employee engagement?
Yeah, so first of all, in order to build the AI, you need to create this continuous movement. So I don't know if you've taken one, but most people have taken like an annual survey. And if you look at an annual survey, the real thing is that it really looks backwards. So it looks at the last 6, 9, 12 months. And the thing is that everything happens in 12 months nowadays. So in order to start looking forward, we need to have a much more continuous movement. And so our companies, they will monitor their employees every week, every month, every quarter. And in that way, we can actually apply intelligence to it. So we can predict things going on, and we can even generate manager training when exactly you need it.
So what trends are you seeing in today's workforce?
So the overall trend is really that technology the past decades have transformed the way we are looking at all the other things in our business. So the way we understand and continuously improve the experience for our customers have long been a thing. And that trend is now coming to the employee side of the house. So, for instance, we start seeing companies like Delivery Hero, EasyJet, actually start reporting their Peakon scores in their quarterly earnings reports, which is really interesting because, of course, the people side of the business is a key metric in order to create a sustainable business over time.
You did a study about female-led companies. Tell me what you found.
Yeah, so we have a person in the world that answers a Peakon survey every question. So we collect a tremendous amount of data. Obviously, all that data is comparable across the entire customer base. So we can segment on gender, on age, and all that stuff. And what we did here was really looking at what is the difference between companies that have more than 50% women in their leadership versus companies that has more than 50% men. And if you look at we have 14 drivers that sort of drive engagement. If you look at those, then there was one thing that really stood out, and that was that everything regarding strategy came out very much in favor of the women-led side. So really, the interesting thing here is that the perceived strategy in a company seems to be much better in companies where women are in leadership, and more so also the belief in the products, which I think is sort of supporting this thing. Obviously, it's hard for Peakon to understand whether it's because there's women in leadership or it's because there's a great strategy that attracts women. But nonetheless, it's a really important finding.